Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind Eminent Terry's Moon, your little Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, we're going to talk about learn how to feel good by feeling good. Now, I know humanity, and I look at humanity as a whole. I know all of y'all right now is looking at it like, how you going to do that? That don't even make sense. Is this a play on words? No, it's not a play on words at all. You know why? Because listen, we know everything is internal, external, yin and yang. So when I say learn how to feel good by feeling good, it's a science to that. But I need you to understand this. Based upon the realm of reality you in, and under the lights and the illusion of whatever spiritual roof you up under, without experience, you won't be able to see what I see. So this takes experience. You see what I'm saying? For you to actually be able to see it the way I'm talking about it. Everything is like that. You see what I'm saying? Now, when I say this, first and foremost, you're probably already blind with a lot of illusions that you tie a lot of things that make you feel good to the physical. So it might be a person, place, or thing, or something external that make you feel good. So, and that's what you place your feel good energy into. So when you don't receive that energy, you come up with all kind of illusions and concepts and excuses and realms of realities of why you didn't receive that feel good. But you need to understand that this is a frequency vibration that you are in. Now, feeling good based upon the external realm is where you fall short. You need to learn how to feel good in the internal realm, in the yin realm. And how you do that is learn how to feel good by feeling good. Learn how to feel good just by having the ability to feel good. Now, you need to look at this like it's an actual location, an actual space. But you don't see it that way because you're too lost in the physical. So let me help you out. You know how you look forward, look back, look up, down, left, right in the physical? Well, it's the same directional pad in the yin realm, in the internal. You see what I'm saying? And this is the astral plane. But how you travel here, see, this is star consciousness. I was a star, so this is how we traveled here. How you travel, and this is how you control your dreams. If you want to move forward, you feel like you're moving through something. If you want to look backwards, you feel resent, or you feel like you're leaving something behind. See, in the physical, y'all leave a lot of things behind, and even children, y'all tie y'all too much of yourself in the physical, which is another reason why y'all keep coming back here. But that's another video. You know what I'm saying? If you want to look to the left in the yin realm, in the internal realm, you do something left field. You know what I'm saying? You do something opposite. See, all these are not good or bad. Don't tie that to it. This is this energies and how you move in a direction. If you wanna move to the right in the yin realm, you feel like you're doing something righteous. If you wanna look up in the yin realm, you feel like you're moving up. You see what I'm saying? You feel like you're getting up over something. That's how you move up. So this is how you can fly and everything in the astral realm. This is flying. This is going. You're actually flying. There's no sense of direction in the way you look at it. How I'm explaining it. The sense of direction is how I'm explaining it. So when I say learn how to feel good by having the ability to so that you can feel good, that's doing it in the internal realm. That's an actual place, an actual location. So you have to go there. You see what I'm saying? So look, you need to move forward. So if I just gave you the space and location in the astral realm where feeling good is at, go there now. Just because you got the ability to feel good, feel good. You know what I'm saying? Feel good. And look, you traveling in the astral realm to that place, to that space and location. And when you go there, there's so much shit to learn there. You'll be able to start to see the shapes and form of the stuff that do make you feel good come from. You'll start to be like, damn, this what was making me feel good. This where it came from. And this the actual color and shape and numbers that is taken. I don't know if I necessarily need that to make me feel good. And once you start experiencing that world and you get into that vibration, you in a higher dimension. Other things start making you feel good. So when you come back in this dimension, the things that start making you feel good in those dimensions, once you start experiencing it, you'll start to realize these are the things that all humanity is supposed to feel good about. And why don't they feel good about it? Because they haven't been there. They haven't experienced it. You see what I'm saying? It'll really put you in that state when you come back in 3D. And with the things that start making you feel good in that realm, because it's going to change. It's going to start changing. It's an actual place and location that your soul, your spirit go to. You know what I'm saying? So if you feeling down, you got the ability to feel good. So feel good. And then when you get into that realm, you will start to see the things that start making you feel good in that realm. But that's a higher dimension. And things that make you feel good in that realm, really in reality, is the things that everybody should be feeling good about. You will start to see the real things to feel good about. And then when you come back in 3D, the things that make you feel good will be way different than everybody you around. And then you will start to realize the things that everybody you around, the things that make them feel good, you'll start to realize how petty that shit is. See, this is the real shit. This is the shit. The knowledge I'm kicking is the shit where the Bible, the shit that all y'all information that y'all ever had, the shit I'm kicking is where that shit came from. Nigga, the stars and shit wrote all the science, wrote all the religions. And I'm a star consciousness. If I'm telling you I was a star and I had a brain and the shit I'm kicking, you can never say it's wrong. If I'm sitting here telling you that's where the shit come from, then why would you come to me and say what scripture that come from or what science that come from? Only thing I'm gonna look at you and tell you it came from the shit I'm talking about. So I don't need your shit to tell me about what your shit is talking about. This is what we're talking about when people in the land of Babylon, people in the land of Babel. You know what I'm saying? Y'all fucking this shit up. But learn how to feel good by having the ability to feel good. You know what I'm saying? Because look, when you feel good in the yin realm, you start to see everything that you was putting the responsibility on in the external realm, in the yang realm, that made you feel good. And then what this really helps you. See, religion, none of that shit don't really teach you nothing. The shit I'm talking about teach you, helps you elevate your brain. Because this tap you into the realm of reality to seeing the things that maybe was bad for you that now you can actually see. You need to stop doing that because you was using that as a crutch to feel good. And that can be played out through any shape or form or any way, through a person, place, or thing, or any situation. You could be going to a place too much. You could be involved with a person that's bad on your energy too much. But until you experience the area of location I'm talking about, which you're not going to find it in a church or you're not going to find it anywhere in the external realm. You can only find this in the internal realm, a little closer to God. And when you go in the internal realm and travel in those locations, and I just told you how to travel with that directional pad. You know what I'm saying? Because it correlates to the same thing. If you want to move forward in the external realm, what happens? It happened in the internal realm first. So you really can't escape your dream. You can't escape that realm. That's more your astral realm. That's more your star body when you in sleep or when you in that realm. When you want to move forward in the external realm, you can't help but to do it in that realm first. Yeah, you can say, oh, you move forward. But what happens when you step into them situations where you like, man, I got to move through this. I got to move forward through this, right? You need your goddamn star body first. You need your goddamn spirit and soul body first. You need your goddamn yin body first. You need your goddamn internal body first. Because you know how you move forward through something? You go within yourself and feel like, man, I need to move forward through this. And then you come up with all the realms of realities of how you can move forward. And then you logically start to put that in action. But before it logically got put into action, it was within first. So do not argue what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? If I come off too far left based upon how I'm presenting it, my video is about working you through it. So don't just click the video based upon the first 2 or 3 minutes based upon my language. I have to work you through what I'm saying, and I have to start breaking down some of the stuff you do every day to correlate what I'm saying. Because what I'm saying is stuff you do every day, but you're blinded from thinking you do it every day based upon the stuff you have learned. Language, lizard, snake. And it's the being that you are in. You was once in a whale. Now you in a motherfucking snake. You see what I'm saying? We talking about beings going there and building bodies. And you're going in beings building your body, taking the shape and form of the body you in. But the body you in is doing the same fucking shit. So the Bible was goddamn right when they said you was in a whale. The whale was in something. We always in something. The reason you're a human right now because you have developed enough existences, you will have inhabit enough bodies, enough vessels, and experience and develop that consciousness awareness to make your source big enough to inhabit a bigger vessel, to be consciously aware of more of the perception. So when you watch my videos about how we came into existence and all that, you can't tell me I'm lying because I just broke it down in a way of telling you how you do something every day. Everything you ever going to learn or ever hear, where they got it from is the life in God. So I'm just telling you forget the little forget the middleman, or forget whoever taught you that and whoever you learned that from. Once you just get it from listen, it's only a few people on the internet that got it right. You know what I'm saying? And this is not to be biased or anything, but it's I could count them on my hands. It's Seven Bomar, the homeboy Solace the Wise. The motherfucker, he don't do videos, but he do like lectures. Bill Donahue. Type in Bill Donahue. You see what I'm saying? And it's one more person. And then it's me. And then that's it. And I'm talking about as far as a conscious level, as far as an experience level, as far as a person that know they've been through a bunch of different experiences, and when they came here in this vessel, they developed their brain, they developed their spaceship with the mechanism to be able to remember. So based upon their way of remembering, they still remember, because they wouldn't have had that, we wouldn't have had that level of consciousness, and we wouldn't remember. For an example, you don't even know, it wouldn't even exist if you don't know about it. If you don't know about it, it wouldn't even pop in your mind to even think about it. So if you know about it in some way, shape, or form, you have experienced this. So if you are a person who come on one of those people videos and my videos, like myself, and you hear something that you never heard before, and you may oppose it or you may agree with it or whatever like that, but it's some shit you never heard before, what you need to understand is, I lost my motherfucking point. Yeah, what you need to motherfucking understand is that it's some shit you never motherfucking heard before, because you never experienced it before. That's what it boils down to. Everything is tied to memory and soul with the experience, because we know everything is frequency, vibration, energy. Everything is gas, solid, liquid, solid. You know what I'm saying? So everything is spirit. Then once the spirit go into a memory reality, it vibrate. The frequency go and vibrate and turn into a soul. Then it has an experience now. It has a time. Then what matters to it, as what it accumulated based upon the astral travel, becomes matter and becomes solid in the dimension that it can inhabit, based upon how big the conscious awareness is in. That's going to depend on how big of the vessel it takes. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm able to tell you some shit, you look, like I said, you can never know something if it didn't exist. You wouldn't even have a mind to even think of it, because it doesn't exist. So if you have a person like me or the people I just named telling you something that you never heard before, it's because your brain mechanism or the travels you have went through haven't experienced it yet. So when you run into somebody's videos and you hear something you never heard before, that's your brain running into the energy space of actually experiencing that now. So now, regardless if you hate the knowledge you receive or you like the knowledge you receive, it's within you, because it went in you like a shapeless, formless, odorless, non-flammable gas, because it was an idea. And if you watch somebody's video like I just named, now it's in your mind. So whether you don't like that energy or not, it worked as a parasite. It's going to start developing in you and start taking shapes and forms based upon the energy you give it, the thoughts you put around it, whether it's negative or positive thoughts, the feelings and emotions you gave on those ideas. Now it's in your system. Now it's alive in you. So it may take thousands of years to become the totality of you or not, but the energy is part of truth. This is what I'm trying to let you understand. And regardless of how much you try to repress it, you just putting yourself in Dalmatian and wanting to come here and happen to experience that more and more and more and more. Just like I said, somebody left a comment on my other video, the video I just left, and they said that yeah, it was a video about me saying how all life got here. Now you can't refute me. Just like you will have people out here saying objectivity, there's no such thing. You can't make an objective statement. But I'm the first being who finna make an objective statement. Everybody has a subjectivity. So yeah, there's no God or nothing needed to make an objective statement right there. Refute it. Now, when you talk about so when a person say there's no such thing as objectivity, they got refuted. I knocked them up out of here. Now look, when we talk, a person just left a comment on my video about how all life got here on Earth. and they said something like, I think their name was, I forgot their name, the message or something like that. But look, they said something like, the only thing we know is that we can't truly know anything, and that's a fact. What you fail to realize is, no, you experience that. If you want to experience not knowing things, then you are creating that. You are manifesting that. So the experiences that you have in your life is going to be finding a bunch of things not to know. So you're gonna end up knowing something and find something in it not to know about that about. This is what your focus is on. Your focus is on not knowing something. So everything you're gonna know is about not knowing something. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I said don't leave comments like that on my page, because I don't want me and my soul group experiencing not knowing this. Even if it's something we don't know, we always developing what we know. So once we know something, we know it. We're not trying to focus on what we don't know. So we're not going to come to a time and place in our life where we experience not knowing something. You only going to do that. Me and my soul group going to experience a time in life that we know something. We're going to continue to know something. If you want to experience not knowing shit and you think that's a fact, you experience that shit on your own time. You experience being on the internet thousands of times trying to figure out why you don't know shit and why don't nobody else know shit. You do that. Because everything that you're going to come to know is always going to be backed and supported by the energy of not knowing something. So that's what you know. You know you don't know shit. Not me. I know a lot of shit. That's why you're probably watching me and probably don't have no videos on your channel. You probably got a bunch of videos of other people. You see what I'm saying? You probably learned a bunch of shit. This is what you have to understand. It's all about energy vibrations you are in. Just like when we talk about religious people and they want to say, they read their Bible and they say, thou shalt not judge. Right? Yet they go around judging everybody. Now this is the light and the illusion and the oversoul that they're blinded by. They're blinded by the realm of reality of thinking that their form of judging is for good. And if they don't do this or spread the word, that whatever reality that they come up with. But see, that's the illusion you up under. And that's the energy of the oversoul you give them to. But the matter of fact in reality is you're the only one in the frequency vibration of judging. So if we was to go to a place, right, that we was to be judged, like you say we going, right? And if the requirements was thou not judge, who's going to be judged? The person who judged people or the person who didn't judge anybody? Because all you did was express that energy by judging somebody because they're not judging everybody's religion. So you're judging that person because they're not judging, and this person is just trying to tell you you shouldn't judge, and why you're in that vibration frequency. See, but you don't understand that. So when we all go to a place that we're going to be judged, you're going to be judged for judging. So it's fucking fly here. That's part of the Jesus oversoul right there, coming as a fly for me to pay attention to it. See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm trying to get you to understand. That's how shit works. That's how shit works. You're the only one in the frequency vibration of judging. So let's just say hypothetical. If we was to go to a place where we're going to be judged for our sins, and it said thou shalt not judge as one of the requirements, then the person who didn't judge anything and was just looking at things from afar with a baby mind, opposing to the person who judged the person for being that way, the only person going to be judged is the person who was in the vibration of judging. But you wouldn't understand that if you're under a spiritual roof, if you're under a realm of reality, under illusion. And that's how these oversouls, that's how these demons come. You know what I'm saying? That's how these demons, even the sun and all the sun and all that shit. This is how these demons come. They create realms of illusions, which is lights. Lights emit heat, but warmth, but actually create the transformation and the state of the conscious awareness. So that's what they do. They create what they want you to be consciously aware of what's in the dark. Because the light takes shape and form of what's in the dark. And if it's there long enough, you can see the form of it. So if the sun or one of these oversouls want to come and appear as a form, then they're going to use your frequency vibrations. They're going to use your spirit, your ideas, and they're going to use your vibrations, your soul, which is your emotions and feelings. Once they give you this idea, which you're consciously aware of it because it's in the light, that's how you see it. So the light turns into language and things that we can construct out of it. So once you see it, it's in your idea. So now it starts to get in your makeup, and now you start to add emotions and feelings to it. So now it actually has a source to be real. So it can be brought into form because it matters. And if it matters to a lot of people, that source got a lot of energy to actually become matter and become physical. And this is how a lot of oversouls come back into physical bodies that was been supposed to leave, but they got attached to their previous life and attached to their own sin too much that they come back through y'all motherfuckers. And all y'all motherfuckers is just helping these motherfuckers fly. Helping these motherfuckers come back. Motherfucker buzzing like a motherfucker. Kill the fuck out of that motherfucker. See what I'm saying? For real. But I'm just trying to get y'all. See, this is how my videos are set up. I set a premise, right? Then I tell you what the premise is. Like I said, like for an example, how life came into Earth. So boom, I tell you how life came into Earth. Then boom, that's the premise. Then boom, I tell you what the premise consists of. I tell you how it actually works. Then I gradually slide into breaking down little stuff we do every day that correlates with the same thing. So as a totality of my video, it makes sense. But it's not going to make sense unless you watch it all the way through. You see what I'm saying? I got to slowly but surely break down the illusions and lights that you are under, so you can actually receive the actual perception. So like I said, feel good by learning how to feel good. Because, and if you want to know how to travel in the yin realm, the same way you move forward, backward, left, right now, in the yin realm, if you want to move forward, you feel like you're going forward, right? So move forward in that feeling of feeling good. You don't need an external person, place, or thing, or book, or you don't need to wait for something outside of you to feel good, regardless of the situation you are in. And once you start to live, you have to experience it. I can't break down every thought pattern and every brainwave for you to get there. For you to ask me questions, then what if we do this? Then what if that happened? I don't have time to do that. Once you experience it yourself, you will start seeing things in that realm on what to like and what not to like. And then once you see that, it don't matter if you in jail. It don't matter if you're going through the worst situation in your life. You will always find something to be motherfucking happy about. And that's really teaching somebody something. Not no fucking religions or none of that fucking shit. This is real star consciousness. How we really can evolve. Fight, boss bitch. Goddamn air.